Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm your host, Preston M. Smith. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm Preston M. Smith, at PMS Artwork everywhere on internet land and socials. I want to thank you for landing on this podcast. Whether you're a professional artist, just getting started in the art world, a collector of art, or just consider yourself a creative person, this podcast has something for you. I like to think of it as a fun way to rant and talk to other creative people about living the life of an artist, surviving and getting ahead in the art world, and enjoying your life. But most importantly, not waiting until you're dead to make it happen. All right, let's get started.
Songs will get your Christmas is here. Bye, 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 Christmas. Bye, 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 Christmas.
Oh, this one, all without it, they drove from home, draw every home, hark with a bell, read silver bells, all seem to say, dark is away.
Bye, 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 Christmas. Bye, 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 Christmas.
Welcome back, everybody, to the podcast. Oh my God. My wife and I always laugh about that. We do a little Mumford thing with that song. The song's a little creepy, and then you do the little Mumford version where he doesn't really know when to cut it off. We think it's funny. Hopefully you think it's funny. But how's everybody doing? For all of those of you who celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. And for all those of you who don't, Happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. And I know that it was last week, Christmas was, that is. I am recording this before Christmas. This is the last solo episode that I'm recording of 2022, as Bill Burr would say.
How are you? This is Bill Burr. The last episode of 2022. Go fuck yourselves.
So welcome back to the podcast, and hopefully you had a Merry Christmas. Hopefully you had a Happy Hanukkah. Hopefully you have a Happy Holidays. Hopefully you're will have a Happy Holidays. And yeah, I just wanted to touch base with y'all and talk a little bit about, taking stock in the year, planning for the new year. I've done all the holiday episodes, planning for that, doing sales, getting marketing going for the holidays. I thought this time, we'd just be a little mellow and we'd talk about the holidays and talk about the end of the year and talk about what you got planned for next year. How you doing? How you feeling? What's going on in your lives? Talk to me. Really, what's going on? For me, it has been an up and down year, to say the least. It has been riddled with pain and existential dread and highs and elation and happiness and a lot of productivity. So it's just been kind of an amalgamation of, madness this year. It's been definitely a growth year for me in many ways, and definitely a year that I'd like to forget in other ways. But, that's part of it. I have gratitude for that. I can look into the past from the future and say, you know what? I'm going to look back on this year as like a metamorphosis year, or as a year that set things in motion for a metamorphosis for me, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I think that's a great way to look at anything. I'm sure we've all been having, kind of a hodgepodge of years out there, and that's just really the way that I've learned to look at stuff now. I kind of, in the moment, know that it's bad, but still go, hey, this is going to be a very positive thing for me in the future. And it's going to, make me question certain things and really spark some growth with me and my art. And, the art has gone really well this year for me. I've had some really great paintings come out of it. I've had some big sales. I just sold one of my biggest pieces, my second largest sale of all time this year, through a gallery that I've been trying to get into for years. And that's wonderful. I've had great guests on the podcast. I've interviewed CEOs of major art marketplaces that I like, GMs of art marketplaces that I like, really big artists and, celebrities. I've had government entities on the program. I got into art and embassies. I've had some great interviews of myself and of guests. It's been a really good year. A lot of great shows at Shockbox, curated and juried, helped a lot of people, I hope. And yeah, it's just been a really good year as far as art productivity and turning negative feelings and negative things that I've been going through into cathartic expression through my art, and turning those into some sales and turning those into some things that have propelled me forward. That is something that I'm really thankful for and grateful for. And I'm just wondering how things have been going for you. What has been going well for you this year? What didn't go so well? What have you learned from this year? What are your goals for next year? What are your goals for 2023? 2023 doesn't have the same ring to it, but what are your goals? What do you want to achieve in 2023? This is a great time to kind of take stock as things start to calm down. This is really the last day before Christmas for me that has been hectic and busy, and I'm juggling like 800 things and interviews. I got one more interview to record before the year's over, a big one coming up, which I'm really excited for. And that will be the first episode that I am releasing of 2023. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an ear out for that. Keep a finger out for that. Whatever you want to, whatever body part you want to keep out for that, keep it out. It's going to be a really good episode, and I'm really excited for that. Really, just thankful for everybody listening this year. I'm excited to get some healing going next year and to really kick this thing in the ass for the last time and move forward and heal and be even stronger for it moving forward. I see little glimpses of that, which is amazing and I'm grateful for, but I've also been taking steps backwards all through the year as well. So, I have high hopes for this next year and for things that I want to achieve. Some big pieces that I've kind of put on the back burner because of the pain, that those are going to be coming out. I know they're going to be coming out in 2023. I am manifesting that right now. You heard it here first. Some big stuff's coming out. But getting back to you, what worked for you? Did you have any big shows that you got in? Did you create some new series of work? Did you create a piece that you're really happy about? Did you sell a piece that you're really proud of to a big collector? Did you get into a gallery? Did you get into an art marketplace that you've been trying to get into for years? Did you get a studio organized? Did you get into a new studio? What did you do? It could be even smaller than that. Did you just start the ball rolling on an artistic process of getting some stuff created and, getting into a routine and a rhythm of creating artwork more steadily? Maybe that's what you did this year, and that's great too. All these things, they add up. It's like the first step that goes to the next step that creates momentum, that gets you going, And I think that's something that we all need to realize and take stock in for 2022 as it comes to an end. And also looking forward to 2023, what can we build off of that we create a momentum in 2022? That's very important. I have a lot of people who reach out about the podcast. I have people who reach out about the shows that we create at Shockbox. And, some people are bummed out. They don't get in shows. And you know what, though? I think that's great. Like, it builds character as an artist. It gets you to set your sights on, doing better the next time, making some little tweaks. Sometimes it's just one little tweak that you had off. Maybe it was just a little bit of a thematic thing that was off, and, you'll get in the next one, or you'll get in a show down the road. So these are all little things to keep in mind. And look, I got turned down for hundreds of shows in my career. I mean, literally hundreds. I've tried to get into shows. I've tried to get into galleries. I've tried to get into grants. You name it, I've tried to do it. And it took me a really long time to figure out my rhythm and get to a place where I'm what I think is killing it consistently. And it took me a really long time. I'm talking like the better part of 2 decades to get into that rhythm. So anything that you have tried to do and tried to achieve and quote unquote failed at, those are all learning experiences. These are all opportunities for you to make little tweaks, get back to the lab again. Get some things going and use that as fuel on the fire to create better in 2023 and to, get into that gallery or get into an art marketplace or make that sale that you've been wanting to do. Make that sale. So that's just something that I want to end the year with, There have been good things, there have been bad things, I'm sure, for you as well. And what can we learn from the bad things and what can we use from the good things to propel us forward to do even better in this next year? And from the bad stuff, what can we use from that to learn to propel us forward as well? So yeah, that's just been some stuff I've been thinking about today as I've been juggling, getting ready for Christmas weekend and getting ready to spend some time with my wife and, all that good stuff. Would love to hear how this year's been for you. reach out to me on social media at PMS Artwork everywhere. Reach out and just say, hey, and tell me what's been going on with you. What have you been proud about this year? What has worked for you? What hasn't worked for you? And what are you looking forward to doing in 2023? For me personally, I've got some big stuff coming up. I want to get my sights set on another solo show. I want to continue selling with this new gallery, bigger and better pieces. I want to create some bigger and better pieces. I've got my eyes set, or my sights set on, I should say, on some other really big guests. I'm going to keep upping the ante with that and getting even bigger and bigger guests and dream guests that I want to have on the podcast. So keep an eye out for that. And that's really about it right now, just feeling good, feeling grateful, feeling a little bit overwhelmed and exhausted, but happy that this year is coming to an end, and reflecting on the stuff that I'm grateful for, both good and bad, this year. So that's it for today. Get out of here.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
I hope you had a good year. Looking forward to an even better year in 2023. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate you being here every week, and I look forward to bringing you some really good episodes in 2023. 2023! All right, everybody. Happy holidays. Talk to you soon.
On his head, on without it.
Bye, 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 Christmas. Bye, 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 Christmas. Oh, shit.
This has been the Living Artist Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I just want you to know that I appreciate you being here, and I'm grateful to be in your ears. Your art and creative life on this planet is meaningful, so thank you for sharing it with me. If you like this podcast, whatever platform you're listening to it on, please subscribe and share it with your friends. You can also leave me a positive review to show your support. This helps me to reach more people with the algorithmic magic and keep the show going strong. If you want to see more of what I do and check out the art that I create, you can visit my website at www.pmsartwork.com or follow me on social media everywhere at PMS Artwork. That's it for now. See you back here next time.